Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I'm doing a spread I haven't done in a while. Um, I'm doing the energy obstacle and advice for the week for the collective, not just for myself, but for anybody out there. Um, I've been feeling really run down the last couple of days, and decided to kind of dive into spreads again a little bit, and so here we are. Um, I did do a meditation and some breathing and some grounding before I pulled the cards. And if you're just tuning in, I used to do this every week, every Sunday. I would do the energy obstacle and advice for the week. Um, and I would do a meditation and breathe in and pull the cards ahead of time. And then while I'm on the video, I would do a read the cards intuitively and then read the book and see what it says. Now, because I am annoyed with this deck, I'm forcing myself to use it. It is the mass market This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabel Rotman. It is a Liminal 11 publication deck. I'm forcing myself to use it just because I do like the images, but the cardstock aggravates me to no end. Um, I I have I have three other Liminal 11 decks. None of them are glossy like this, so I don't understand why they chose to go glossy with this one. Although there is another deck, I guess the Witch's Tarot or something like that that they have that's glossy. I'm guessing it's the same gloss, and that's probably part of why I never got that other deck, because I knew it had this weird glossy. It almost feels like plastic, but they're so thick they're very hard to shuffle. Despite that, I do love the images in this deck. I think they're very beautiful. I and so because I'm trying to get past the card stock, I'm using this deck this week. To start off the week, we're starting with a energy obstacle and advice for the week for the collective. So without further ado, without further complaining, let's get into this. So for the first card, we have the energy of the week. We have the Five of Cups. Wow. And that's actually how I've been feeling the last 2 days. It's just like this rundown um, energy of just almost like a sticky, like something has stuck to me and it's just wearing me out. And that's how I feel with this Five of Cups too. Five of Cups is to me about loss. They're so distracted by the Three Cups spilled, they're not seeing these two full of piping hot cocoa. It looks like, because there's flames coming out of it, so it makes me think it's nice and warm, and it looks like a rainy, cloudy day. They've got like fall gear on, like maybe it's just turning fall and there's a chill in the air, and it would be perfect for this hot cup of cocoa, but they're not seeing it because they're so distracted with the other three cups. And so for my takeaway in this cup for the week would be, for the collective, would be, don't get distracted by the mundane things. Keep lookout for the whole picture, because these three things that could be happening, not necessarily three things, but this thing that could be distracting you, could be keeping you from seeing the bigger picture, seeing something you may miss in the week. Um, but that seems to be the energy, is this stagnant, and we're supposed to get rain all next week, so I just find that fitting, kinda, for the Five of Cups, because to me it's a very rainy, drizzly, cold card. But yeah, that's what I feel here, is don't get distracted by any upset that may happen and dwell on it, because you're missing the bigger picture. That upset, and I almost feel like that upset that you're seeing is actually good, because it's actually taking you in a different trajectory, one that you're supposed to be on versus one that you would have gone on had this not happened. And that because this happened, the newer thing is that you're detouring to, or detouring, yeah, detouring to, is the right path, the new thing that you're supposed to be on, and you would have missed it had this not happened. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Just be on the lookout for that bigger picture energy instead of dwelling on the past or the anything that may give you that Five of Cups energy. So for the obstacle of the week, we got the Knight of Swords. And he is just flying full on headlong into, it appears to be nothing. He's literally flying through the air. I mean, he's so high, there's a bird up there next to him, like, what's up? And you see the wind. It's so, again, there's this dark dreariness to this card, like this one is. And the wind is so strong. And that's the same with the Knight of Swords, I've noticed in the RWS. If you look back at the trees, the trees are bent over as if there's a huge wind or hurricane or tsunami coming or in effect. So again, this being the obstacle, I feel like, of course, the Knight of Swords to me always speaks of charging in headlong, very fast, very swiftly into something. And then this speaks to me again of the Five of Cups of, you're not seeing the bigger picture here. Just like the Knight of Swords, he charges in so fast, he's not seeing that he may be charging into something that's not good, not healthy, not good, or just midair, nothing. So that to me would be the obstacle, is maybe you're trying to get out of the Five of Cups energy so quickly that you're not seeing that you're headed in the wrong direction. With this Knight of Swords energy. So that's quite fitting that those two seem to go quite well together, actually, for this feeling of dreariness and down and out. And again, I still have to say again, do not let this Five of Cups energy take over your week and continue, because with this Knight of Swords being in the obstacle position, this almost feels like midweek, you're still in this, you're so sick of being bogged down with the Five of Cups. Now you're just ready to move on. And you think if you go at it as a Knight of Swords energy, just charging through something, you're going to get past it and you're probably going to make things worse, is what I'm seeing. So for the advice of the week, I got the Four of Pentacles. And this kind of puts a spin on things, because here I see this more of an emotional thing, where the Four of Pentacles just put it into a physical perspective. And again, I always see the Four of Pentacles as hoarding money. You're holding on so tightly to that money because you're saving it for a rainy day that maybe you need to spend maybe some quality time on yourself. Maybe you need to shed that, and I'm one of those people. My husband said I would squeeze a buffalo nickel till the, or a nickel till the eagle screamed, or whatever, a quarter till the eagle screamed, whatever the saying is. But because I grew up poor, so of course that's how I'm going to be. I'm going to be overly tight with my money, but sometimes you need to let the purse strings go and spend some time and money on yourself. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here after this long week of fighting the Five of Cups energy and then trying to avoid this obstacle of the Knight of Swords charging in to try to get past that. Maybe the end of the week, it's time to kind of pamper yourself a little bit. Maybe loosen the purse strings and spend $1. Go to the movies. Go buy yourself something pretty. Buy yourself a new deck. Whatever. Just to kind of move out of that down and dumps, dreary Five of Cups energy. That's what I'm saying. Spend something to make yourself feel pretty. That's what I'm seeing here. You don't have to break the bank to make yourself feel better. And in fact, there's a cityscape here, almost like he's on another building. But I like there's my Super Lunaris, the Four Pentacles. He is actually like the buildings are behind him. It almost looks like he's in, moving into like the countryside or something. So maybe even just, you don't even have to spend money. Just something that is quality to you. Um, uh, I just lost my train of thought. Something that's quality to you that kind of represents the Four of Pentacles to you, where you don't have to spend a whole lot of money or even spend any money. Maybe just, oh, do you see that? Do you see that little fairy, whatever, spirit, whatever, fly through here? That's crazy. I don't have any incense going this time. There it goes again. So maybe it's spending that quality time with self. And I think this is the way to negate that other energy here. So let's look at the book and see what the book says here. I got the deck sitting here. This is the book. So 5 of Cups for the energy of the week. I don't think I've ever had one come up that. And look how there's a lot of information here. A lot. Something bad has happened to the person on this card. His heart aches. 3 of his cups lie before him spilled, their contents lost forever. It is a loss he cannot recover. He is grieving. He is at an emotional low, and he doesn't recognize the 2 full cups behind him. Across the river is a building, a potential shelter, somewhere that could improve his life. A bridge in the background could get him to these greener pastures, but he makes no move to cross it. He's too busy being miserable. And if reading the 5 of Cups signifies that you or a person close to you is wallowing in disappointment. Often this card suggests depression. Despair has left you unable to recognize the opportunities and good things in your life. When you are ready, lift your weary head and see the 2 upright cups left standing. Alternatively, the card could refer to someone close to you who is in the despondent emotional state. They may need your help, or they may be beyond helping. You might be one of the upright cups they cannot see. Wow, that is really beautiful. And it just kind of hit me because I immediately, when I saw this card, thought of promotion or demotion. And maybe here the 5 of Cups is this specific position you wanted at work. You've always coveted this position and you didn't get it. Maybe this is like the second, third, maybe 4th time that you've been overlooked in that position versus where you should be in that position and somebody else got promoted over you. And I see the Knight of Swords here that you're despondent and you're like, you're at a crossroads almost, like, should I stay or should I find another job? With the Knight of Swords, it's almost like you're rushing to another job just to get out of this environment that you're in at 5 of Cups. But the 4 of Pentacles is saying, yeah, maybe we should think about this. Because I see if you do go to another job, it's going to be less pay. You may make really good money here, but you feel like you can't go any higher because you keep getting overlooked for this job. But, it just totally went in a different direction when I read that, because it actually makes sense with the 4 of Pentacles. But I also see that as a thing too, where somebody out there has been overlooked for a job, a position that they've been coveting for a long time, and that it broke their heart when they didn't get the position yet again. And so they may be thinking about rushing into something else. Even though it may be less pay, you want to keep that pay that you're making. So you may, unless it's, oh my gosh, my TV went off. So that's what I see also in that card. That's quite interesting. Knight of Swords. And again, when they said the greener grass here, I immediately got the grass is not always greener on the other side. You may think, oh, because this is it's the same. It may be the position you're wanting if you go from the Knight of Swords into this other position. It may be the position you've been coveting here, but it's probably a lot less money. So you got to decide, is it worth losing the money over and having to tighten your purse strings, or is it worth staying and maybe changing up how you do the job you're doing? For the extra money. It's going to still be your ultimate decision, but yeah, that's Interesting. Knight of Swords here for the obstacle. And I just went way past him. And Knight. It says, the one who rides with great momentum. The Knight of Swords races forward. They are a powerful figure of strength, determination, and eagerness to overcome all obstacles. All obstacles. See, those two cards do go well together. On the flip side, the Knight is obsessed with making their ideas a reality, willfully oblivious to the difficulties they may encounter. Not to mention the potential consequences of their actions. See, the consequences of their actions, and I've actually had this type of reading before for a friend that wound up leaving my job or the place I work at, and she's literally not working now because of her decisions, and she can't get a job anywhere. So, this Knight he may be good in the fact that he's willful, he's willing to make those to charge in full whatever, but full throttle, but he also doesn't always think about the consequences to those actions either. So you got to think about, take the time to overcome the need for speed in this card and think about what's happening. And of course, the Knight of Swords being the swords being all about the mind, it's time to think about it. They expect all obstacles to fall before them and are unlikely to react gracefully if they do not. If you identify with the Knight of Swords, you are probably very focused on reaching a goal. What could possibly stand in your way? The Knight of Swords suggests that you are an unstoppable freight train of ambition and on the fast track to success. Or it could signify that you are cutting corners, charging forward without a plan, or refusing to see the potential negative impact of your valiant quest. If the Knight of Swords appears in a reading, consider whether charging forward at full steam is the best way to get what you want to go. Take a moment to reassess your plan of attack. Is there a possibility that this plan is dangerous or shouldn't be pursued at all? And that's exactly what I was just saying. Wow. I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. So then we have the advice, the Four of Pentacles, the Miser. This is a card about your relationship and your possessions, time, and money. This man has his pentacles and no one's taken them from him. No way, no how. A beautiful town beckons him from the background, but he is too distracted or dedicated to his earthly things to move. It's good to be prudent with resources, but is your impulse to hoard what you have actually costing you something else in the long run? Does your attachment to your earthly goods prevent you from engaging in the experiences that make life great? And that's what I said earlier. It is time to ask yourself, why are you being so tight-fisted? Maybe you've always been privileged, or maybe you know what scarcity feels like and you are terrified to go back. That's me. But I don't have enough money to hoard my money. So the only people who say money doesn't matter are those who've always had it, right? Regardless of the reason, this dynamic is holding you back. Your money and your possessions are meant to serve you, not hold you down. The Four of Pentacles may be a suggestion to loosen your hold and enjoy your life. If you are capable, use your resources to help others enjoy their lives as well. And when it said, regardless of this reason, the only people, it says, regardless of the reason this dynamic is holding you back, I immediately saw like a red balloon going up, because you're letting go of that idea that you need to hoard your money or hold on to it. Because we can't take it with us when we go, right? So, might as well use it for good or spend it or do whatever. But that is this week ahead spread for the collective. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if it resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good afternoon. Bye.